This word, my people, the word don jabaru finish, my people. This time around, a lot of men lie, they hide under I be married man. Whereas they do a lot of evil. My people, una welcome back to Palace of Gossip TV. How una dey? As una know, this channel na to gossip about people wey dey fumbleize, just as this man so wey don fumbleize, and we go dey analyze their matter. So my people, this video so, and this husband and wife for this video so, this woman cry out say this man so wey wear blue agbada with the woman so, he say na her husband. They don marry now for a year plus, and they get baby boy of 9 months. My people, he say she no know say the man na matoma e dey do before she marry am. She just discover say the man dey molest their 9 months old baby. My people, 9 months old baby. The man now dey threaten the woman. He dey send different people make dem go kpai the woman because say e talk come out. And the woman say e don take the pikin go hospital, and after test and everything, they say the pikin bonbon don boo. If he pull now, blood go dey follow am. My people, una dey be careful before una marry. E good make we know who we wan marry.
I sleep and
Una
leave
leave
my
una
son with
comment.
him almost all night. And he will come to me the next morning and be like, baby, they sleep anyhow. Your son was just sucking your boobs, sucking. And you didn't even know. I say, so far you did with him, I'm okay. Not until last 3 weeks, I mean last 4 weeks, this whole dick. If I carry my son, before I know, he takes his head down to my private part. That was last 3 weeks. Whenever I carry my son, last 4 weeks, he takes his head down to my private part. I'll be like, stop that. I'll raise him up. He does it again, over and over again, because he's a child. If you and I've been with this boy for like 9 months, he stays with, I sleep with him, I wake up with him, I bathe him, I know every character, every new thing he does. I'll be like, look, take your head up. So I was like, a child that I have been holding, this is something new. What is he looking for? You normally he said if he wants to do anything, he comes to my breast. He pulls my breast, my bra. That's what he does. Not going down my private part. Ha! I had to watch. Then that cry came. Then I walked into the sitting room, met him pulling his father's dick, and his father was naked. The first time I won. The second time I met him again pulling the father's dick. I won. The first one we laughed over it, but the second one I was not happy. I carried my son. I would tell him he's young, but I'm just still telling the father, but I have to tell my son, like, don't touch your father's dick. He's your father. Don't do that. It's a curse. Don't do that. So the third time he came back from where he went to, we laughed. He went into the house, the room, pulled his dress, came out, carried my son. This time he took my boy into the baby's room. Normally we lie down very straight, like straight on the bed, but this one he crossed the bed, turned his whatever up, locked the two doors. And before I open this one, everything. But I was fast. I opened this one, and I met my son pulling his dick to his mouth. I was mad. I said immediately. I said, Onyeka, stop that. My son, with fear and everything, left the father and was looking at me. And I said, Victor, I don't like this. This time I was screaming. Hello, everyone. This is my son. You see, after the incident or after what he has been through, he doesn't sleep at night, always restless, always crying. He gets shock from every little thing. He gets shock from every little thing. If you open the door, if you tell him sit down. I don't know. That's to see how much pain he has been through unknowing to me. You understand me? Daddy, please don't touch this thing. Please don't touch it. He will stay awake all night, and this is unusual. Very, very. When he sleeps at night, he wakes up once in the middle of the night, maybe three, eats and go back to bed. But then he has been awake like this since yesterday. Slept in the afternoon. He sleeps in the afternoon now these days. Slept in the afternoon, and that is it. That's all. He's always like this. For the past 1 week, 2 weeks, he has been like this. He's very restless. Very, very restless. If you touch his his buttocks, like last week, you touch it, he cries a lot. Hmm. I wish he can actually tell you what he has been through, but he can't. But I know that the God of the innocent will grant us justice. Just assume, maybe just let's imagine that I didn't have any record of what has been going on. And even with my records, somebody is telling me, somebody that I asked, or rather was assigned to me to help me out in granting my son justice. He's telling me that my record is business, or is useless rather. How can I go to a doctor? You understand me? How can I go? Okay, let me see. Okay, according to my so-called state human rights lawyer, who was given to me by the children's doctor I saw in General Hospital. Because okay, let me just even come out straight. There was a day I was cooking in the kitchen. I was cooking in the kitchen and I heard my son scream out loud. You understand me? On getting there, that was like last 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. The way Amana I saw my son, I gave him breast, refused, was crying, screaming at the top of his voice. I'm like, ah, what is happening? I tried everything and finally he came down. Okay. Then then something in me um kept telling me, just like a motherly instinct, like, Vivian, you need to be careful. You need to watch your child. My son is about 9 months and 2 weeks today, and this whole drama of this whole drama myself and my husband has been like 3 weeks or more, like 1 month. Okay, this was what happened. I came out from my room. My husband was lying down naked on the chair, black chair, and my baby was beside him, pulling his manhood. I was like, ah, babe, I don't like this kind of thing. Don't allow Onyeka touch your manhood. You are his father. Please don't allow him touch your manhood. And he was like, I just carried my baby, and we actually laughed over it. It happened again the second time in that same week, of which I said the same thing. I said, please, I don't like Onyeka touching your manhood. And for a long time, We didn't actually date for long. I was supposed to travel. I was given a fake visa to Bahamas, paid tickets, and on getting to the airport, I realized that I have been duped. Let me just put it like that. So he actually was the one that took me to Lagos, and we had issues in Lagos. And I told him I am no longer interested. Like, I've seen the whole thing. I cannot do it. I want to start my life all over in Lagos. I don't want to go back to Delta State because it's just like there's nothing there waiting for me. Daddy, come back here. Come and take. Come, come here. Come here. Come and sleep. This is how you keep me awake till morning. Can you imagine this boy? This is how he has been. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep anymore. So we had a misunderstanding because he was actually seeing someone and I was seeing someone as well. And he said, "Oh, he went to see his girlfriend." I said, "I cannot. So since you have somebody serious, I don't want to continue with this anymore. I want to start my life in Lagos." He begged, called his brother's wife to talk to me, of which she did. And after all said and done, we slept, came back to worry the next day. And that was when I had the pregnancy of my son. Oh God, she can hear this boy. This is how it is, oh, every day for 2 weeks. So I I came back, got pregnant, and we actually lived together. Then I started noticing a whole lot of things which I would not like to say here. And when I was 5 months pregnant, I called the brother's wife and I was like, Auntie Annie, I am noticing something about my husband and I feel my husband needs a fellow man. And she was like, Are you serious? I don't know if this video call is being tracked or something. It's possible because the people involved in this are top people. And she said, you feel Victor is having a relationship with same sex, like a man to a man. I was like, yes. She was like, what are your observations? I told her everything I've been observing, and I am sure because I'm this person that my instinct never fails me. If my instinct say this is it, I must follow suit because it will never lead me astray. Of which she said, "Oh, and this was her. Oh God, eh? Oh God." And she said, "Oh, I will not ask you. I will not ask you to get rid of your child because to me, and I will not say that aspect because it's personal. But all I will say is that have your child, give he or she to your mom, and walk out of the relationship if you know you are not happy or you're seeing things that you do not like." She didn't want to come out straight to tell me what it was. She only just, oh God, have mercy. Sorry. She didn't want to come out straight, so she just told me, "See what this boy is doing to me." Ouch! Daddy, stop that. God, my head. Wait, I'll beat you. Come on. Okay, she didn't want to come out straight, so she just actually told me the surface. And whatever she said didn't really sink down because she never gave me any reason as to why I should just walk away because I'm pregnant. I lived my whole life and never was I a single mom. I didn't stay that long single to end up being a single mom. And I told him, the father, my baby's father, I don't want to be a single mom. In fact, marriage is not actually, it's not my thing. But since you have shown me care, love, and the rest of them, I feel maybe we can actually. God, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm going through. Usually he just eats and sleeps back. I don't go through all this stress. I went through this stress when he was like 1, 2, 3 months. But for 2 weeks, I've been going through hell, trying to put him to sleep. Never, never, never. He never sleeps. So okay, he wants to see what I'm doing. Daddy, see, don't touch, please. So I just went on with the relationship and kept seeing things. He doesn't come back home 8 o'clock. Every day he comes back 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. And I'll be like, where are you coming from? Everybody is in the compound. The way and manner you move about, people will think that you do something illegal outside or illegal. Or like, oh, and most times I pack my things and I will leave, I will leave, I will leave. He will beg me, bring me back, and we are just like that. So when I had my baby, something happened when my baby was like 1 month, 3 weeks, and some days. I He left the house with the attitude and the accumulated anger in me. I just messaged him and I was like, ha. And I was like, I'm not sure I will continue with this because I don't feel happy. That was after our marriage. Oh. I had my baby March. We got married December 20th. I don't think I can go on with this because I'm not happy. I'm not this, I'm not that. So according to him, he said that was the reason he spent the night out. He went out this morning, came back the next day evening, and the mother was with us doing a mobile because she looked after my baby. So when it got to 12, the mother was waiting, calling, calling. I was just sleeping, snoring. And she was like, Onye, you're not bothered about your husband. It's not like I said, I am used to it. It's something that he does every day. I mean, I cannot continue to kill myself. And me, I feel the mother is around. So maybe she should experience what I've been experiencing. So after all the calls and this and that, he didn't pick. He felt reluctant. He didn't answer anybody. So the next morning, the mother had to raise alarm, called all his siblings, and she was like, "Oh, see what Chukwutem is up to. Since yesterday he left, he has not come. Oh, this, that." The sisters they started calling me. That I just had a baby. Oh, the sisters they started calling me. What's happening? This that. So I personally called the sister. There are two girls. One is the eldest. The other one is. So I called the younger sister to the eldest. Like she's still older than my husband because my husband is the last born. I called. Oh, Father, help me. I called the younger sister to the senior girl and I was like, can I tell you something? She said, yes. I said, Ma, I feel Chukutin is gay. Not I feel. Chukutin is gay. That's Victor. That's my husband. And she said, eh. See, oh, I told her these are the reasons why I said to my observation. And I know it's just that I've not seen him or rather caught him. But I know he's my husband. I make love to him. I with what I saw, with what I saw with my both eyes, one day he came back drunk because he's always conscious of his anus. One day he came back drunk. What I saw with my two eyes, he is what I say he is. And the sister said, okay, no problem. As I'm talking to you, up till this minute, nobody asked me anything concerning that. They kept confirming my doubts. Like nobody. Do you know what it means when your wife calls your sister and say, "Oh, my husband is gay, daddy"? What is are you pretending? Don't like me. When your wife calls your sister and say, "Oh, see, oh, my husband is gay," oh, that kind of thing, you should take it serious. Like, you know, you should take it seriously. That seriously is in capital letter. But nobody said a thing. Just said and after I said that word, they looked for him like they are looking for pin. They called me and you said I'm with my friend. One man picked his friend's wife gave birth at General Hospital. They drove down to General Hospital. No, it's no longer General Hospital. It's Central. They drove down to Central. At the end of the day, he felt embarrassed or he felt bad. And he said, I told his mom everything. Like me, I was not even bothered anymore because I was tired. So I said, okay, if you say so. So the sister never said anything, and I was still very worried. And I'm this person that I don't hide my feelings, especially if it's very important and it can ruin my happiness. My happiness is the ultimate, and I have sacrificed or given away my happiness in this marriage to an extent, of which I don't know. Bubbles, come stand up. What's wrong with you? Come now. Why are you acting like this? Oh God, this boy. And I've given up my happiness, and I will not really want to continue that later. My son is acting somehow, please. Hmm. Okay, so I really will not want to give her my happiness anymore. So I called the mother. We're in the kitchen one day, and I was like, Mali, there's something that you should know. She said, what? I said, there's something about your son that I am not comfortable with. You need to check it. She was like, what is it? I didn't want to give it a name because that is his mom. I have to be very careful. Though I am his wife, when I say a thing, they should immediately, when I mean immediately look at it. But I just said there's something wrong with the thing and I'm not comfortable. People should look at it. I was like, hey, I've told her this. That was even the second time. She went to the room with my husband. They spoke at length and she invited me into the room. She said, hello, Onye. I said, ma, she said, I've spoken to my son. So I just said, I've spoken to my son. My eyes were like, okay. And my son can never lie to me. I was like, okay, very good. Said he has told me what it is. And she called a name that I know deep down was never what I saw. But I didn't want to argue with her because the mother now, and I know she loves him because he's the last born. Okay, so I allowed that one go. All through the mother's stay, she stayed for 2 months and 2 weeks. I never ever blinked at her, frowned at her, gave her any attitude whatsoever. I never did that. I had issues with my husband because his ways were never my ways. Like, especially during the Omugo, it was tough. It was like my husband was exchanged during the Omugo period. He was totally different. He was like somebody walking under the influence of something. I was just looking at him. I had pains during the Omugo fine, being with somebody that you are not used to, not your mother. Definitely, it would take time.